Hey, I'm Tashi, and welcome to my home. We're going on a cruise!
I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn. I love yarn.
So it is currently Friday evening, and bright and early tomorrow morning, my husband, my mother-in-law, and I are all going to be heading down to Texas to meet the rest of my husband's side of the family to embark upon a magical week-long getaway on the high seas. So we're going to be sailing out of Galveston, Texas, and cruising around the Caribbean, making a couple of stops in different places, and I am so excited. So deeply excited for a vacation. Cautiously optimistic. Caution coming from the fact that last time we went on a cruise as a family, which was a couple of years ago, I got super seasick. But I'm going into it with a lot more knowledge this time around, so I'm hopeful that I'll be able to control my nausea a lot better on this trip so that I can really enjoy myself and hopefully spend lots of relaxation days in the sun while crocheting. I'm also very curious to see exactly how much I'm gonna get crocheted because of course we're gonna be spending a lot of time with family and there's lots of activities to do on the ship. So it's gonna be a fun little adventure. So I figured we should start by packing our yarn together. So let me show you everything that I'm planning to bring onto the actual ship. So I do have a couple of commissions that I've gotten recently that I thought would be really fun to work on, especially when I'm in the sunshine on a cruise. So my first commission was actually for a swimsuit for one of my friends. She is heading on a tropical vacation herself in January, and so she wanted me to make her a very bright swimsuit to wear on her trip. So I went to a couple of stores, not only looking for the color that she wanted, which was this bright orange color, but also looking for the color in a good quality yarn that's going to hold up well as a swimsuit. So what I ended up deciding on was Loops and Threads silky soft yarn, and it is made from bamboo. And so typically natural fibers like cotton and bamboo are going to be better for warmer weather because they actually help to wick moisture away from your body, and they're a lot cooler than like an acrylic yarn or a wool yarn or a blended yarn or something like that. So I was really excited when I found this, and so we're going to be doing a little sun on the bosom area surrounded by this orange, and then she wants the bottom to be reversed. She wants the bottom to be mainly made out of this yellow and then edged in orange. Now, I only have one skein of the yellow, which is called Banana, by the way. Great color name. And I ordered another one, but it's unfortunately not going to get here before I leave. So we might not get this fully complete on our trip, but we'll get as far as we can. And just in case you're curious, this orange color is actually called Tangerine. So yes, I think I'm gonna bring all of this, just in case. Bringing this along with me. And what I am packing it in for the cruise is I am going to be bringing my adorable Tashi at Home bag bag that was gifted to me by one of my amazing friends and subscribers, Teresa. So it's going to be perfect for the beach, for the sea, and I love it so much because it's super cute and it's got my logo on it. So I mean, what more could you want? So we're going to pack all this up into my bag bag. So that's project number one that we're bringing along. Now project number two is another commission. I have a mesh market bag that I bring to all of my markets, and it has not sold yet. I've only ever made one because I was like, well, let me just kind of see how it does. But since it hasn't sold, I haven't made another one because it's made out of cotton yarn, and the type of cotton yarn it's made out of is a little bit harder to work with. So it's a little harder on my hands. But I recently got a commission at the last show that I did to custom make the bag in different colors. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought some of their Crafters Secret Cotton yarn. I'm going to be bringing this along with me as well to hopefully get that commissioned bag done. So here I have the colors, the Fairgrounds, which is going to be the mesh part of the bag, and then the straps of the bag are going to be made out of this dark teal color. So I bought 2 skeins of each, which I think should be enough, and into the bag they go. Okay, doing pretty good so far. But of course, I don't just want to be working on stuff for other people. I kind of selfishly want to work on something for myself as well. So the project that I'm planning to bring for myself is I am going to be bringing some of my friend Rachel's hand-dyed yarn. I bought this from her recently because at a show that we did together last weekend, she actually ended up buying a couple of these leather bracelets from another one of the vendors that was at the show. And what Rachel does is she crochets a bunch of cowls and shawls. And so she bought these bracelets and then put it around the shawl as like a cute little accessory. And it just looks so stinking cute. I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to make one of those. Now, will I actually wear it? I don't know. I'm not really like a scarf cowl person, but I want to make it. I want to try it out. I want to see how it looks. And then if I don't like it, I'll just sell it. But I got this yarn to go with this bracelet that I bought specifically for this project. So we need to wind this yarn up before we pack it away. And honestly, that's going to be all the yarn that I bring. I am a little bit worried that it's not going to be enough, but we're also going to be having some days where we stop and visit different locations. So my thought is maybe like worst case scenario, if I run out of yarn, maybe I can just buy some yarn at some of the places that we stop. I don't really know if that's an option, but I'm also an avid reader and I have been so busy lately with just like life and running my business while teaching, while also being in school, that I haven't had as much time to read as I like to. So I'm also planning to bring quite a few books on this trip in the hopes that I'll be able to get some books read, because that would be amazing. So I'm honestly thinking these 3 projects is probably going to be enough, just between spending time with family, enjoying my vacation, sleeping, and then hopefully getting to read a couple of books as well. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm gonna get this bad boy wound up and I gotta go finish packing, and I will catch up with you guys when we're on the ship. Well, we have made it to the ship. Welcome to our room. It is very cozy. I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour here in just a second, but I thought I would kind of touch base on the game plan as far as crochet goes. I've already had a drink. It was fabulous. It was very delicious. It was a guava margarita, top tier. So that was a lovely start to the vacation. We're about to go meet up with the rest of my family. We surprised my mother-in-law because her birthday is the day we get back from this cruise. So we got her like a birthday package. So her room's all decorated and there's a cake in there. So we're gonna go eat some cake with her and the rest of the fam. But the first project that I'm working on is I'm making myself a sun hat. because I realized as we were about 10 hours away from home that I forgot to bring my sun hat, which makes me really sad. And so I was kind of like thinking, okay, do I just make myself one or do I buy one? And my husband goes, well, why don't you just make one? And I was like, yeah, I was kind of thinking that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making one, not following a pattern, just freehanding it. It's just 3 rows of single crochet and then a row of double crochet. And I'm hoping, yeah, it should be big enough. The first time I started doing the edges, it was way too small. It was like baby sized. So I think we're at a good spot now. This should come together pretty quickly, so I'm not too worried about that. So that's what I'm gonna keep in my bag for now, because I'm not sure exactly how much crocheting I'm gonna be getting done today as we're kind of exploring the ship and hanging out with family that we haven't seen in a while and stuff like that. So just gonna bring that one in the purse for now. And then I brought a lot of other yarn. So lots of projects, and I'll show you guys because I have a really cool yarn shelf. So let me give you the room tour here. All right, so this is our little cozy balcony. And then we kind of come over here. We've got a nice little dresser. My husband commandeered the drawers and I kind of commandeered the top of the dresser. Cozy little desk nook with the books that I brought to read on board. And then we swing around to the other side and we've got a nice little sofa, which will be so cozy for sitting and crocheting if it's a dreary day. But honestly, I'm looking forward to crocheting on that patio out there. Then we come over here and we have the amazing Giordano. Hello, love. Nice little TV screen that shows where we're at. And we swing around over here. We have our itty bitty baby bathroom. Here it is. Nice and cozy. Hello. So that's what we're working with. Definitely gonna be a 1 person at a time in the bathroom situation. And then this is my side. So I got a couple drawers and I have a nice big closet here. So, of course, my favorite part of this entire thing is I have an entire yarn shelf for my yarn. So here you can kind of see all my projects. I am working on a shirt that I'm hoping to finish to wear on the cruise. So that will be priority numero uno after I finish the hat. And then I have some commissioned yarn in the back. And then of course this yarn to make my scarf. So I'll just pull that as needed. But yes, that is your grand tour of our amazingly large, fabulous room. Oh, and of course, giant mirror. All right, well, I think I'm gonna go hang out with my family and I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later on.
chewy. It tastes like butter. You don't like it?
It's a weird texture. Well, hello friends. I owe you guys an update. So it is currently day 3 of our cruise and things are going interestingly. So first of all, I have been wearing my very sexy motion sickness glasses all day because the ship is very rocky today. It's very windy out, so I have definitely been feeling the ship moving a lot. So I've been, rocking that look all day long, which has gotten me a lot of interesting stares as I'm walking through populated areas. But other than that, I've been feeling pretty good, just a little bit dizzy. Also have some bad news because I lost one of my new Clover Amore hooks somewhere on the ship and nobody has returned it to Lost and Found yet. So that's unfortunate because it's my 4.5 millimeter that I lost and I needed it to finish my shirt that I was hoping to finish to wear while on the cruise. And I'm already halfway done with the shirt, so it's not like I can just switch and use a different size hook because I only have, a 5 or a 4, and a half size difference is gonna be a lot of difference. So that was super unfortunate because that happened yesterday, and yeah, I got really, really sad about that because the 4.5 is my favorite size to work with. And it's also the size I was thinking of using to make the little scarf thing. So that was a sad moment. I've already been to guest services twice to see if anybody's brought it to the Lost and Found, but no luck yet. And it's not the end of the world because I definitely have more 4.5 millimeters at my house, but I just don't have any with me on the trip. So there it is. So since I couldn't continue that project and I did finish my hat, which you guys have seen a couple snippets of, I did decide to start on one of my commissions. I just wanted to work with some thicker yarn because I've been working with a lot of really fine weight yarn for the last couple projects. So I am working currently on a mesh market bag that was already paid for. So this is a commission that I got at my last market. After I'm done with this, I think I'm gonna start on my next commission, which is a bikini. And that's gonna be really fine yarn. I'm probably not gonna be using over a 3 millimeter hook for that one. So that's gonna be really interesting because I have very rarely used hooks under a 3 millimeter size. And I've never made a bikini before. That one's gonna be really fun to make. But it has been quite the journey so far. I'm actually having a really fun time. You can see I've kind of gotten some color, which I'm super happy about. In the morning, the past couple of days, we've just been sitting by the pool, and then early afternoon, kind of around lunchtime, we'll go and get cleaned up, and then we just do activities. So we've done a few rounds of trivia. We went to a show last night that was mind-blowingly amazing. It was kind of like Cirque du Soleil vibes, but not as crazy as Cirque du Soleil. It was a little more tame than that, but it was still just so impressive. I mean, the people were dancing and diving, and there were aerial stuff, and there was a tightrope walker. It was very impressive to watch. So that was pretty cool to see. And then my husband and I are going on a date night tonight. So we booked reservations at a nice restaurant that you have to pay for, but I'm so excited about the menu because it sounds incredible. So I'm very excited and looking forward to that. And yeah, right now we're just kind of chilling the afternoon away. There is Wizarding World trivia happening in a couple of hours that I will for sure be going to. So we're gonna see how we do at Wizarding World trivia. But yeah, that's your guys' check-in for now, and I'll kind of keep you posted on what else I can get crocheted on the trip. Turkey Day. It is officially day 5 of the cruise. Is it day 5? We think it's day 5. I don't know. I think it's day 5. I'm not entirely sure because I'm on vacation and I've lost track, but I think it's day 5. And it is Thanksgiving, so we're gonna go to the main dining hall probably tonight because they're doing like a nice turkey dinner, so that'll be good. And as you may have seen, I kind of pivoted from making the swimsuit to making something else, and I actually haven't even shown you the swimsuit yet, so let me show you that. So the swimsuit is a commission for one of my friends in my business class. This is how far I am. It's like barely enough to cover her nipple, so it's gonna be like the cup. So the next round I start building out the triangle, and it's just, you know, little sunshine in the center. So it's coming along. It's very slow going because I'm using such a small hook. I think I'm using like a 2.75, I believe, which is very small for me. Super fine yarn, but then the yarn also just keeps like splitting like that. So I have to go really slow to make sure I'm grabbing all of the strands on it, but I think it'll turn out super, super cute. I cannot wait to see her in it. I think she's gonna look great in it. But then I did end up pulling out this yarn and starting on the scarf, but I'm not making it for me. So I have had some sort of allergic reaction. I don't know to what, but the past couple days I have started breaking out in hives and they're like on my arm. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see them. They're pretty faint, but like all over my thighs and my chest, and very, very itchy and uncomfortable. They don't look super bad, but they're just very uncomfortable. So I went all over the stinking ship trying to find some antihistamines, some Benadryl, some Claritin, some Zyrtec, like something to help. And everyone was sending me different places. So like first I went to guest services, they didn't have anything, and they were like, well, the shops will have some, but the shops aren't open when we're in port, which we are. We're in port today, but my family was not planning to get off the ship today, of course. So that he was like, yeah, you can go into town and there's a pharmacy in town. And I'm like, well, okay. And then I posted on the Facebook group for the ship and asking if anybody had any, and somebody was like, I went down to the medical center yesterday and they gave me 6 pills for free. And I was like, oh, awesome, I'll go down there really quick. So I go down there and the guy was like, yeah, in order to give you any medication, we have to give you an exam and have you see a doctor, and that's $250 plus whatever the cost of the medication is. And I'm like, I'm not paying that much money for some hives that are itchy. No, thank you. I will suck it up. And then as I was on my way out, this gentleman was sitting in the lobby and had overheard me. And he was like, my wife might have something. So let me go check with her. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yes, please. So he goes, checks with his wife, and sure enough, she has stuff. So she walks me all the way up to her room and she hands me a whole like packet of Claritin and a whole full tube of cortisone cream. And I literally cried. Like, I'm tearing up just talking about it. It's been a very emotional day. So yeah, I was just so grateful. I'm still so grateful. And her name is Mary, which is like, my middle name is Marie, my mom's middle name is Marie, my grandmother's name is Mary. So it was just kind of a God incidence, if you will. So anyways, I'm making a scarf for Mary as a thank you because she is currently my savior and my favorite person on this boat. And I'm feeling so much better after taking the Claritin and rubbing the cortisone cream all over my body. So that's where I'm at. Otherwise, we're having a really good time. Went to the coolest ice skating show last night. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. I wish I could have recorded the whole thing for you guys, but they did a really nice job, and it was just fun to see all the like technical aspects of it, because I do some tech stuff at my school, and I just have such an appreciation for the tech people because, oh my gosh, the stuff that they do is amazing. That is everything. I am now going to go have lunch with my husband and then meet up with the rest of my family and keep enjoying my vacation. So I will talk to you guys later. Well, hello friends. We are coming towards the end of our cruise. It is actually the last day before we disembark, and I'm a little bit excited. Not gonna lie, super excited to be back on solid ground. I don't do well on the high seas, but it has been filled with so many blessings and so much fun. It has been a much needed respite and vacation, and I think I've gotten more sun this past week than I've gotten in the past year. So I think that's been very good for like both my physical and my mental well-being. So I'm definitely going to be going home refreshed and energized and kind of ready to tackle my business, which has some very exciting things happening with it coming very, very soon. So definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Hit the little bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And we need to talk about everything we were able to crochet while on the cruise, and we should probably talk about some of the highlights too. So I've kind of been reflecting on this and what was like the best part about the cruise for me, and I honestly think it was just exploring different cultures. Like, I really love traveling and I love being exposed to different cultures. And our first stop was actually in Honduras. We went to Roatan, and we didn't stay in like the port area. We actually went out into the city and got to explore it a little bit. And it's just really cool seeing different places. It gives you just such a deeper appreciation for where you live, but also a deeper appreciation for different cultures. And so I think to me, that was probably the highlight of my trip. We also did the same thing in Cozumel. When we stopped there, we went into the city for a little bit, and we got to see some locals performing a sacred ritual for rain and rainbows, and that was really, really cool to see that as well. And I love just talking with people in Spanish. I am by no means fluent, but I can understand a little bit of Spanish. I can speak very conversational Spanish, so it's nice to always brush up on that a little bit as well. So that to me, I think, was the highlight of the cruise, was actually the getting off the boat part and exploring the different areas that we stopped was really cool. And of course, it's been awesome, you know, being with family, being able to enjoy my husband's family, spend some time with my nieces and nephews. But I do think, you know, any family vacation, you get to the point where you're like, okay, time to be done. So I think people are starting to kind of get there, but we're also to the point of the trip where everybody's just kind of comfortable doing their own thing. Like, I told my husband that I was just gonna go back up to the room for a little bit to finish the scarf, and because I want to finish it before the end of today so I can get it to Mary. And then, you know, he's hanging out with one of his siblings, his mom's off doing something else. So we're all kind of at the point where we're just doing our own thing, and then we'll meet up a little bit later on for dinner. But yeah, it was such a blessing to be able to come on this cruise and just get away for a little bit. And I actually got some good crochet time in, which has been really nice as well. I will be honest and say I didn't get quite as much made as I thought I would, but we've also just been so busy. Like, we've been doing so much, and we've been trying to take advantage of the free shows. So we just got back from a magic show, which was really cool, because I'm kind of a magic nerd. I actually went to magic camp growing up. Yeah, super magic nerd right here. But that was really fun to see a magic show kind of as an adult, because I don't think I've seen a magic show as an adult. We went to a really funny comedy show last night that was so good. Definitely rated PG-13 plus, but it was hilarious. I was literally crying. I was laughing so hard. Again, don't remember the last time that has happened. So that was a lot of fun as well. The food has been amazing. I think that's probably my favorite part. Actually, so we were on this cruise over Thanksgiving, right? And they did like a turkey dinner for Thanksgiving Day, and they're having it again tonight. And I'm so excited because turkey is like my favorite. I love Thanksgiving for the food. It just, so good. Cannot wait. Anyways, so those are some of the highlights from the trip. Last time I talked to you guys, I was actually in a really bad place. I have a hard time being away from my immediate family on holidays, and so it was Thanksgiving last time we talked, and I wasn't feeling well because I was broken out in hives, like I mentioned. Our best guess as to what caused it was like the chlorine in the pool. That's our best guess, but the antihistamines that Mary gave me have been doing their job. They worked really well. I'm still taking them because I woke up this morning and it had been more than 12 hours since I took my last one, and I was starting to break out again. So I'm not Not entirely sure what exactly it is. Like I said, chlorine's our best guess, but I really don't know. But yeah, I'm just so thankful to Mary that she was there when I needed her, because I was having such a rough day and she was just a bright shining light in that day. I think I cried like 3 different times that day, just for various reasons, high emotions. Got through it, still was able to enjoy the time with my family and find things to be grateful for that day. So that was good as well. So I am on the last 3 rows. I decided this is all the yarn that I have left. So we are getting pretty down there, but I decided it was enough for me to do like 1 more of the pattern repeats of the scarf. So I'll kind of show you here. All I've been doing is I do 2 rows of double crochet, and then I do a row of double crochet, skip 1 like with a chain. So that's kind of the pattern repeat. So I am doing 1 more of those repeats, and then I think we will for sure be at the end of our yarn and have to wrap this project up. I was able to find, they left like a little Thanksgiving card in our room, which was nice. It's like just a little postcard, but it was blank on the back. So I was able to write Mary a little note and tell her about the yarn and that it was hand dyed by my friend and business partner, Rachel. So I'm gonna put it in like a little bag, and I'll go see if she's in her room, but chances are she's probably not. So if she's not there, then I'll just hang it on her door for her and hope nobody else steals it because that would be really unfortunate. But yeah, I'm really grateful that I had this yarn and that I was able to do something for her just to repay her kindness, because it's people like Mary that just really make you love humanity again. And you just need to run into those people every now and then in your life, especially when you're having a rough day. So yes. All right, I guess I should stop blabbing about the cruise and talk to you guys about what you're really interested in, which is everything that we got crocheted. So I am for sure gonna finish this. I'm almost done. I'm gonna sit here till I get it done. It is the scarf. I will put it on in better lighting so you can kind of see what it looks like. And it'll only be, you know, like 2 more rows thicker. So this is kind of what it looks like. Definitely needs to be washed. So I feel kind of bad that I can't wash it for her because I just don't have, like, I would just wash it in the sink with some soap, but I don't have time for it to dry. So there it is. I think it turned out really cute, and I definitely need to get like another skein of this yarn from Rachel to make myself one of these. I'm hoping Mary will like it, and if she doesn't, hopefully she knows somebody that she can regift it to that will love it. So made this. Obviously we're gonna call it done because I'm almost done. And then of course my first project that I made was my bucket hat, which I have been wearing every day. I am so glad I made this. Kind of bummed that I forgot my sun hat, but so glad that I had yarn on hand to make myself a bucket hat, because yeah, I don't know what I would have done without that. That was definitely a necessity. And then of course you guys already saw, but I also made the market bag. So these were all of the, you know, full projects that we got done. And then of course I am this far on the bikini top for the swimsuit that I'm making, and I will probably finish working on this. Maybe I'll work on it a little bit tonight, but I'll for sure be working on it on the drive home because I want to get it done by Thursday. The next time I see my friend from my business class is going to be on Thursday, so I want to make sure I get this done for her then, so you guys can see me finishing this on the car ride in my car ride vlog, which you guys will be able to watch when it comes out next week on Saturday. So again, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And that's it. That's the cruise. That's everything we were able to get accomplished. Let me know in the comments which project, I guess we'll include the start of this one, which project was your guys' favorite that I got done. And with all of that being said, I will see you guys next time for another crafting adventure. And I did almost forget to share one update. I have not found my lost crochet hook. Yeah, I've checked guest services every day, hasn't turned up. So my hope is that some like preteen or teenage kid found it, kept it, and is gonna Google what it is when they get home, and then they're gonna discover a love of crochet from this awesome crochet hook that they found. That is my hope for the future of that crochet hook. Just thought I would let you know in case you were curious.